Okay, let's talk about what happens if I change the slope. So if I change the slope, I can change the direction. And what changes the direction again? The sign of the slope. So here I have a positive to a negative. Is that the same direction or different? Different. I'm going from a positive to a negative. How about here? A negative to a positive, same or different? Different. So these are both different directions. Now let's talk about the steepness. Remember what changes the steepness? The value of the slope itself. So I'm going from 2 to 1/4. So am I getting larger or smaller? Smaller, so it would be less steep. Here I'm going from 7/3 to 2/3. Am I going from smaller to larger or larger to smaller? Larger to smaller, less steep again. All right? Now let's see what happens when I change the y-intercept. The y-intercept changes the shift up and down. And what changes that? The b, the number by itself. So I'm going from -3 to +3. Remember, let's think about what a number line looks like. -3 is down here. Do I go up or down to get to +3? Up to +3. So to do that, I would have to go up 3 to get to 0, and 3 more would be a total of 6 up. What about here? Here I'm going from 0 to 6. So 0 to 6 would be what? 6 units up. Now let's see what happens when I do it all at once. Excuse me. So if I'm looking at all of my changes all at once, I'm always going from the first equation listed to the second. So let's start with the direction. Same direction or different? Same. My sign did not change. How about steepness? 2/3 is larger than 1/2, so this would be steeper. And the shift, I went from -3 to 6. That means I had to go up 6, right? This is what we were just doing. This, except for now we're doing all 3 of the changes at once. Okay, let's try one more. Did I change my direction? Yep, I went from a negative to a positive. How about the steepness? Well, remember they're trying to trick us here. 7/3 is the same as 2 1/3. So am I getting smaller or larger? Smaller, so it'd be less steep. And what about the shift? I went from 0 to -3, down 3. So that's how we compare 2 equations to each other. Not necessarily the parent function, but just 2 equations in general.